Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, NASCAR Cup Series. Enjoy Illinois. 300 miles, 240 laps, 3 stages, 45, 95, and 100. 10 sets of tires will be the same tire code as was at Iowa earlier this year. Whew. I was there already today once. I will be there tomorrow for the Xfinity race. So yeah, be my second ever Cup race, first ever Xfinity race. So we'll be there in person. Maybe put a collage together of some pictures and videos that I take and put up on the channel. We'll see. I was there back in 2023 where Carson Hosbar made his NASCAR Cup Series debut 72 races ago. And it was also the last win in the NASCAR Cup Series for the future Hall of Famer Kyle Busch. 84 races since that race happened. So yeah, hopefully those two things, one of those two things can, obviously I want Carson to win. I actually have a Carson shirt I'm wearing on Sunday. Love to see Kyle Busch win and break that streak. I think it'd be kind of cool. His last 2 wins, I'll be there in person. So last 2 races, the first caution within the first 3 laps of the race. So we'll see if we can go 3 for 3. If we don't want to do that, let's see what happens. The first 2 races at Worldwide Technology ended in overtime. Last year, 3rd stage went caution free. The first 2 races had 10 and then 11 for the second race cautions. Last year had 5. So it's still pretty early in the Cup Series at Worldwide Technology, whether or not we're going to see what kind of cautions we have. Now, a lot of people kind of compare this track to different things. Like on the Xfinity broadcast, they were talking about it. 1 and 2, you really can't compare it to anything. 3 and 4 is really comparable to 1 and 2 at Phoenix. Obviously, they're using the same tire from Iowa. Iowa and Richmond are similar. So I was kind of looking online, and some of the tracks that are, quote, similar to Worldwide Technology is Iowa, Richmond, New Hampshire, and Phoenix. So they kind of combine the stats of those tracks. So in the Gen 7 era, we've had 22 races of those tracks. Joey Logano, average finish 10.31 and 3 wins. We know he won the first race at Worldwide Technology in the Cup Series. Christopher Bell, average finish 10.4 with 4 wins at those tracks. We know last year he would have won if he didn't lose a cylinder with 20 to go. Kyle Larson, average finish 10.68 with a win. He's done okay at Worldwide Technology. Not great, but okay. He's only like the third best average finish. So, I mean, he's done okay. Denny Hamlin, 10.86, 2 wins. Ryan Blaney, 10.86, and a win at those tracks overall. We know he would have won Gateway last year, Worldwide Technology last year, if he didn't run out of fuel on the white flag lap. William Byron, average finish 11.5 and 2 wins in those similar tracks. Ross Chastain, 12.45 and a win. Chris Buescher, 13.14 and a win. Josh Berry, 13.36. And then Chase Elliott, 13.63. Now, 2 years ago when I went, Chase missed this race because of his suspension for hooking Denny Hamlin at the Coke 600 that year. So this will be my first time seeing Chase Elliott in person. Now, of those Richmond, New Hampshire, Phoenix, Iowa, Worldwide Technology, for the last 2 years, that's 10 races. Seabell, average finish 6.9 and 3 wins. William Byron, 10.3 and a win. We know they both run well everywhere. Denny Hamlin, average finish 11.1 and a win. Kyle Larson, 11.3. Ross Chastain, 11.9. Ryan Blaney, 12.2 and a win. Joey Logano, 12.5 and a win. Brad Keselowski, 12.9. Chris Buescher, 13.2. And Tyler Reddick, 13.14. Now, in the 3 races at Worldwide Technology Gateway, what do you want to call it? It's in Madison, Illinois, right outside of St. Louis. Joey Logano, average finish 3.0 and a win. He won that first race, which he passed Kyle Busch on the last lap to do it. Austin Cindric, average finish 8.33 with that big win last year because his teammate ran out of gas on the last lap. Kyle Larson, 8.66 average finish. Christopher Bell, 9.0. Ryan Blaney, 11.3. AJ Allmendinger, 12.0. Denny Hamlin, 12.66. Kyle Busch, 12.66 and a win. Chris Buescher and Justin Haley, each 13.0. Average running position in those 3 races at Worldwide Technology. Ryan Blaney, 5.19 average. Joey Logano, 8.06. Kyle Busch, 8.94. Austin Cindric, 10.05. Christopher Bell, 10.4. Denny Hamlin, 13.53. Kyle Larson, 13.76. Ross Chastain 14.13, William Byron 14.91, and Michael McDowell 14.97. Now, on the fantasy side, I went kind of straight down the middle with this. Joey Logano, Kyle Busch, Ryan Blaney, Christopher Bell, Denny Hamlin, and Austin Cindric in the garage. I was this close to doing Carson Hocevar. Again, I was there for his first race in 23. I'm going back this Sunday. Kind of wanted to, I was there for his first race, there for his first win. I'm like, I don't know about that, so maybe he will. But I may or may not pick him in my picks, but he's not in my fantasy team. The head-to-heads on NASCAR Fantasy Live, Joey Logano and Denny Hamlin taking Logano, Christopher Bell, Austin Cindric. That was a tough one. I am taking Austin Cindric, Chase Briscoe and Alex Bowman, taking Chase Briscoe, Bubba Wallace and Chase Elliott. I am taking Bubba Wallace on that one. On the point side, now, there's been a lot of stuff online about NASCAR points and people, whatever, for the hating the playoffs, whatever you want to say. And then they put up these crap Winston Cup. If we had the Winston Cup points still, this would be what it would be. Really? Guys, the Winston Cup point system is dead. The only thing beyond playoffs, because, again, mindset of car chiefs, strategists, the whole 9 yards, is based on the playoffs. So you strategize the race differently with playoffs, with no playoffs. So the only thing you could even look at, even remotely have me go, would be just the non-playoff points. So for you fans out there that hate the playoffs, let's look at the non-playoff points first. William Byron leading 50 points over Kyle Larson. 61 points is the most 60 points is the most that you can gain on somebody in a race. So William Byron has basically a full race lead with 9 to go. Ryan Blaney 52 behind, Chase Elliott 62 behind. That's more than a race. Denny Hamlin 64. That's top 5. 85 for Bell, 97 for Tyler Reddick. Chase Briscoe 101 points out. That's again more than a race. Alex Bowman 188 points out. That's 3 races. So you have literally 8 drivers within 2 races of the points, and only 2 drivers within 1 race of leading the points. There's no competition here. 10th place is 198 behind. 11th place is 199 with Bubba Wallace. 12th, Chastain 212, Logano 224, Ryan Preece 237, Austin Cindric 308, and Kyle Busch 310. You don't really have a points battle. Now, on the playoff side, we know the win and move on. Chase Briscoe already won at Darlington. He moves on to round 12. Denny Hamlin plus 43. Kyle Larson plus 38. Tyler Reddick plus 35. Bubba Wallace plus 25. William Byron plus 25. Ryan Blaney plus 22. Ross Chastain plus 21. Austin Cindric plus 12. Steve Bell plus 11. Chase Elliott plus 9. Shane Van Gisbergen plus 3. Joey Logano minus 3. Austin Dillon minus 8. Alex Bowman minus 19. And then Josh Berry minus 19. Now, one of the Larry McNuggets this morning I heard on his show, I think he said, what was it? Every year we've had a playoff, a driver who was behind the cut line, so negative, so Logano, Dillon, Bowman, Berry, one of those 4, who was behind the cut line after going into the race 2, pointed their way into the next round. So what that stat basically means, Logano, Dillon, Bowman, or Berry, one of those 3 will point their way into the round of 12 based on history. Now, I've done this a couple of the videos. My idea to take what we had, the Winston Cup, which again, been a fan since 1986, so I understand the Winston Cup format, how it worked. The chase and the playoffs, throw it all in the blender, and like, here's the idea. Redo the points. Completely redo the points. 200 points to the winner, minus 5 for each position, 50 points for 40th. Stage. 50 points if you win the stage, 5 points for finishing 10th. So the most you can earn based on that is 300 points. Obviously the point total will go up from there, Now, playoff points. You win a stage, you get 5 playoff points. You finish second, you get 2. You finish third, you get 1. You win the race, you get 20 playoff points. You finish second, you get 3. You finish third, you get 1. So it makes a couple playoff points for second, for third. But you win the stage, you get 5. You win the race, you get 20. So there's 30 playoff points available in that race. Now, we go 5 points for leading the lap. We'll bring that back. 5 points for leading the most lap. 1 playoff point for leading the most lap. And then 5 points for the fastest lap. I do like the rule that the fastest lap you have to be on the lead lap to get. I like that rule. Who we have several times this year where one driver who had issues miraculously fixed their car and came out. That car didn't go through tech again. Yeah, I got a problem with that. I didn't at first relate tech, so I thought about it. I'm like, oh shit, you're right. There is the... So, now, you win, you're in. I still like that. Now, I know some people don't. Hear me out. We're going to take Richard Petty's idea. Top 15 in points. So, if you're top 15 in points, you're in the playoffs. Plus any additional winners. So that first round, you could have 18 to 20 cars in that first round. That's fine. So, top 15 in points, plus any additional winners. You run 3 races. Top 12, move on. No reset. No win and move on. The only way you move on between rounds is points. So the top 12 in points, move on. You run 3 races. The top 8 move on. No reset. No win and move on. You run 3 races. Top 8 move on. Again, no reset. You run 3 races. Same as now. Top 4 move on. So you have your playoff point reset. You run 3 races. Top 12. 3 races. Top 8. 3 races. Top 4. You get to your final race like we do now. 1 race, 4 drivers. Now, you do a reset. So you take all those playoff points you've earned for the first 35 races, you add them on for all 4 drivers in the championship 4. Now, during that championship race, you count stage points. You count all that, like you would any other race for the first 35. Is it possible for a driver to clinch a race early then? Yeah, technically it is possible. You still have your playoffs. You still have the win and in. You eliminate the win and move on, which people hate. You eliminate the reset, which people hate. I'd love to know if you like the idea. So you kind of have that hybrid of, yes, the wins and playoff points take you to the finale, and you use them in the finale. You don't have any resets throughout the playoffs except till that finale, those 4 drivers. You still have a win and in. I'd love to hear some thoughts on that. Now, the 4 picks to win the Enjoy Illinois 300 from Madison, Illinois, Worldwide Technology Raceway. Kyle Busch. I want him in that 84 race winless streak. Austin Cindric go back to back. Now, if you look at here lately, we had Austin Dillon go back to back at Richmond. We had Chase Briscoe go back to back at Darlington. Can Austin Cindric go back to back at Worldwide Technology? Christopher Bell should have been his race last year. Unfortunately, lost a cylinder. And then my boy Carson Hocevar. So yeah, those are the 4 picks. Again, if you see me there, say howdy. Love to hear your thoughts on that playoff idea. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show, and don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.